Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima Underworld 2. And when last we left off, we were in the world of Talorus with the Talorids, and we'd specifically spoken to Historian and Futurian. Historian had told us of the past of the Talorids, where they had worked effectively as a whole, as a species, to further the individual and the species' general goals. And then the Guardian came and basically compartmentalized every single Talorid and drove them to ever-increasing extremes of efficiency, at the cost of basically their individual goals and even individual beings. Now the Talorids are so dedicated to a single function that they actually do not have any other function. They have Talorids purely designed to come up with dialogue for other Talorids. Futurian, however, gave us a way to potentially solve this. Futurian told us that there is one of their kind that is basically involved in creating the others, and that while it had been created to basically, the current one, to serve the Guardian's aims, the information and the capability to create one if the current one was killed that would allow the Talorids to be more like how they were is possible, and that's what the Avatar is going to do. By defeating the Blyescup Ductosnore and building a new one with the original programming, in effect they will free the Talorids. That will free the Talorids from the Guardian's control. There are a number of items here. We only want one in particular. I believe that's the one. For Avatar, Controller Crystal M4Y8. We'll put this back, and this is what we want. We want that, and we also want something else, really. Where's the other thing that we want? There's one there. I believe that's just a sphere. I believe the other thing we want is down in the second level, as Historian stated. There's also one more thing I need to talk to Futurian about. Ah, yes, euphonious hum indeed. I am Avatar. I am Futurian. I knew you would come speak with me again. Will he ever find out what the Aloma Senator does? No, I'm afraid not. For each of us, some things will remain ever mysterious. What, even for thee? Yes, for I gaze so far into the future, I only have room for a small fragments of memories of the past. Most of what I experience is forgotten within a few days' time. How will I stop the Vors from attacking me? I already told you that you will obtain a Delzinator, as you will be removing it from the scup chamber where Vors are produced. This will also terminate the production of hostile Vors. Thus, the previous information I provided you was sufficient to deal with the issue as well. Do you actually know the future for certain? I searched through patterns of potentialities to find the thread which shines most brightly. We have a word for this, but it has no direct translation in your language. Perhaps destiny is closest. But do you know for sure? If our kind could smile, such a question would warrant no other response. If you ever learn how time truly functions, you could come ask me that again. But of course, you wouldn't need to. Indeed, that is very true. I will be on my way now. Yes, you will. The Vors are going to start attacking me now, so I'm going to have to be pretty careful where I tread. Fortunately, magic works here. There is one place where magic does not work. Somewhere is that an aggressive Vors? Yep, the Vors is now hostile. We're going to have to fight this. Fortunately, Vors are not that dangerous to us. Not even slightly. Vors are actually not a threat. We're going to have to fight more of them, though. And hopefully we'll be able to stop the hostile ones from being made. I think there is Historian. Yep, Historian is there. We don't want Historian. There are a few other people that of the Talorids that we want to talk to. Let's see what else we want to talk to. I originally thought that we could actually talk to the one that basically tried to translate our language, but it doesn't seem like that's ever going to be a possibility. Perhaps I'm mistaking it for another. This appears to be just a hole. I'm gonna go down this hole. Oh, I was going to go down this hole and see what's there. What is down at the bottom? The answer is really not much. And by really not much, I mean pretty much nothing. What purpose this room has, we may never know. It does seem to have little platforms, though, that we can climb to get back up. Which is handy, because otherwise we'd never be able to get back up. Unless we had like a fly spell, but when are we ever going to learn one of those? Hopefully we'll be able to use it soon. Here's some more teleporters. Pretty sure these are more teleporters. Yep, let's keep exploring. And see what's down here. Probably more Vors I'm going to have to fight. Ah! Here is a Bly-Scup Ductosnore. We are not going to kill Bly-Scup Ductosnore yet. We're just going to talk to Bly-Scup Ductosnore. The Talarid emits a euphonious hum. I am Shana. That is not a valid function code. Oh, I am Avatar. I am Ductosnore. It has no accurate translation in your language. What kind of place is this? In fact, I am not just any Ductosnore. I am Bly-Scup Ductosnore. Only one there is. Please, tell me more. You know, few have ever come to talk with me. It has been several hundred of your years since the last such occasion. It is too bad, for my function requires large mental capacity, thus I am capable of lengthy and interesting conversation. I see. I'm sure you would like to hear about my function. It is one of the most fascinating and important on all Talaris. Surely. Scup chambers are used to produce new Talarids to replace those that expire through, accident or age. The process combines means magical, mechanical, and biological. Please, go on. Before leaving the Scup chamber, the new Talarid has all the knowledge required for its function encoded into it as well. All this is supervised by a Ductosnore. Why do I get the feeling Bly-Scup Ductosnore likes to hear itself talk? But the Bly-Scup chamber is special. It controls the basic programming of all other Scup chambers, contains matter patterns for all types of Talarids. Do you see my function? So you see, my function is very important. I have sufficient knowledge of all patterns to repair any flaws in Scup chamber programming. Thus, my expanded mental capacity. Also, I do like this little statement here. Excuse me, but I really need to ask you a question. Just has to quickly try and, like, jam it in. But I will try that. Excuse me, but I really need to ask you a question. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Now that Guardian has helped rescue to reduce complexity of Talarid encoding by eliminating unneeded characteristics, I have much excess capacity left over for other uses. Before we had 3 different sexes, far more patterns to know, and many Talarids had excess and unnecessary capabilities. Still, I am glad to have mine. I see. I have developed a sense of humour. Perhaps you can appreciate it, being a strange creature from another world as you are. You see, this door leads to the Bly-Scup chamber, but many years ago, the eye fell down from the sign, but instead of putting it back, I left it on the floor as a joke! Is it not funny? Well... I am glad you think so. Come back in a few hundred years when I have had time to think up another joke. I am going to have no regrets killing you whatsoever. Yep, it's the Bly-Scup chamber. Yep, I'm going to have no regrets killing you. You're very happy with your purpose. And while it would be a shame to kill you, on the other hand, yeah. Oh, here's another Vors. Are you peaceful? You are hostile. You're not very good at this hostile malark, because I'm about to kill you. You're also not very good at fighting in general. Yeah, Vors are not a huge threat whatsoever. I do not know what this does exactly. I'm sort of averse to pressing that button if I don't know what it does. Let's see what's over here, shall we? Oh, there's another one of those holes. I really don't know what those holes do, so I'm really averse to actually jumping down into them. Really averse to it. What else do we have here? Ah, another Talarid. This is Data Integrator. This is the one that we need to talk to rather than the other one. A Talarid emits a euphonious hum. I am Avatar. I am Data Integrator. What does a Data Integrator do? There are many sources of information, some complementary, some contradictory. When a Talarid has only one piece of information to act on, the course is clear. When there are two or more, they come to me. Very interesting. Usually my function is in dealing with the combination of information crystals. Of course, I can also answer simple questions, as I am doing for you now. Fair enough. Perhaps you can explain something to me. Explaining is indeed part of my function. Are your titles names or job descriptions? Who I am, and what I do. To me all these things are one, all the same. So it is with all of us. Can you explain something for me? Explaining is part of my function. What do your people seek in life? Imagine an anthill where each ant has become as a single nerve cell in a giant brain. Could any ant tell you what the brain wants? And yet, if any would know what shall become of us, it would be Futurian. Seek Futurian. Perhaps you can help me explain something else. Explaining is indeed part of my function. How can I read an information crystal? One does not access the information directly. The crystals are used to encode patterns into machinery, such as that in the scup chambers. Other machines copy patterns from one crystal to another, or manipulate patterns from one or more crystals to produce a crystal with a new pattern. I need help with some information crystals. That is my speciality, but you must state your requirement with utmost precision. I have to reprogram the Bly scup chamber with a Delzinator. No, that request is too imprecise. I cannot help you unless you can be more specific. I'm trying to create a new Ductosnore using a pattern from an information crystal. Even with proper crystals, they can be used so many different ways. Depends on how you want patterns interpreted. Must be more specific. Never mind. As you wish. Perhaps, Dialogosian. The, Dialogosian. There you are. Perhaps Dialogosians might help you phrase this more precisely. That word is really hard to say! Dialogosian. Thank you for your time. We do indeed need to go and talk to that one. We need to write down as well that this is data integration, because that is going to be very useful at some point. That's going to be very useful at some point. There are also no particular chambers around here that are going to link over, which is fine. More teleporters! There are a lot of teleporters. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are teleporters in every single corner. There are a few more places we need to go. There are a few more Talarids we need to talk to. There is a Runekeeper here. Runekeeper has a lot of Cal stones nearby. I don't know if we actually have a Cal stone. Let's find out. That is a corpse stone. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J... Yep, we have a Cal stone. But it's not always Cal stones that are nearby. Let's go back here and see what else there is. There are probably going to be more runestones Yep, there are more runestones lying around. There are a lot of runestones lying around, but that is what we are looking for. There should somewhere be a corpse stone. Do we have a corpse stone? We do already have a corpse stone, but if you needed a corpse stone, that indeed is where you would get one. You get one here. We'll take it with us. In fact, we'll also take one of the numerous Cal stones with us as well. They are very similar in appearance, but if you needed a corpse stone, there is one. Also, we're going to go and talk to Runekeeper. Runekeeper emits a euphonious hum. I am Avatar. I am Runekeeper. What kind of place is this? For that, you should speak to historian. Tell me of these runes. This area is rich in the necessities for production of these runes. This chamber has been allocated for the process. I ensure the rune production, storage, and transfer proceeds unimpeded. What are these runes? How are these runes made? I only scan knowledge from crystals that is needed to repair malfunctions. I do not understand the entire process. Can you make other kinds of runes? I was encoded for supervision of this rune type. Other rune types would require different encoding. Where are these runes transferred to? Entity known as Guardian transports them elsewhere. Guardian helps establish current rune production procedures. Might you not be misusing these runes? Procedures were modified. Procedures are only modified to improve efficiency for the benefit of all. Would you mind if I took a rune? Alright. Would it be alright if I took a rune? Alright. Transfers of material and information from one location to another are only performed for the benefit of all. I do not understand the question. So pretty much, yeah, we can do that. Thanks for answering my questions. We can basically take a rune if we want to take a rune. Not that we really need to take a rune right now, because, we have both of them. Hello, Vors. You're aggressive. Yep. I'm just... okay. Kill you in one hit. Yep, that was, a lot easier than I thought it would be. Also, here are a lot of crystals. We don't need any of these, actually. However, this is an amethyst rod. That is something we need. Altara needed an amethyst rod for, the creation of a scepter. We're going to be going back to Kalorn Keep after we have, done all the stuff we need to here in Talarus to, basically, hand over that rod. For now, let's just kill this Vors. There we go. Easy enough. Ah, we're back here. And this time, I believe this Vors is going to be aggressive. Indeed. I believe we might have nearly explored everywhere on this floor. This Vors is a little bit more dangerous. Admittedly, by a little bit more dangerous, not actually that much more dangerous, we should basically explore the interior now, I think. I think that would be a good idea. Exploring the interior would... ah, okay, there we go. There's a little bit of a bounty pad there. Exploring the interior would allow us to basically defeat most of these Vors that are nearby. There are going to be a few Vors. Also, it has gotten dark. I have just realised that. That is actually how illuminated this area is. That, actually, it really doesn't do that much, the light spell here. It really doesn't do that much. What we need to do right now, ideally, is defeat all the Vors that are around. There were a few Vors down here, if memory serves. There's one. I imagine you're aggressive. Yep. You're trying to kill me. This is, not going to work out for you. Nope. And it's not going to work out for you either. So I'm just going to preemptively kill you. It's alright, though. I'm sure that we'll, find peaceful Vors eventually. For now, let's finish exploring this map. The sooner we finish exploring... ah, hello. This is another aggressive, violent Vors. It's funny that the Vors don't get bounced around. Maybe it's something to do with their physiology. And the platforms mean that they don't bounce. There we go! Experience level 11. Marvellous. Gained by killing Vors, which are much easier than I thought they would be. So what else have we got here? There's another little area here. Also interesting that the actual music changed there, but let's kill this Vors and just explore a little more. These Vors are really easy. It might be because I'm wearing this Ring of Protection. This Ring of Protection will certainly help us out in that regard. Okay. I believe we might have gone full circle here. We might have. I believe we actually have now gone full circle. And those will link up to there. So basically what we need to do now is we need to go into the central area. We could, in theory, jump up to various different... oh! That took me back, didn't it? Oops. We need to head back there. And I don't know which one it actually is. Is it this one? Let's have a look. I need to basically head back to the right location. Is it this one? No, this is somewhere else. We're gonna not go there, I believe. Oh, we were getting attacked there for a moment. And by not go back there, I mean we headed right back there, didn't we? Need to wait for this to move to a different gem. Is it this one? Yep, that's the one! We're back in Talarus. Let's try not to leave, shall we? Let's actually move to up here so that we can then head somewhere else. Like, say, here. There we go. Much better. And when we come back, folks, we're going to head over to one of these teleporters. And we're going to teleport down to the 2nd floor, where the lava pits are. Because we need to go to those lava pits. And we need to go fight some Vors. And basically go and talk to various other people. So, when we come back, folks, we'll continue to do what we need to do. Also, we're probably going to have to talk to the people that make sentences so that we can talk to data integration. Only once we have 2 gems. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.